Welcome back to a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the week again. The predictions for the next upcoming chapter of the Black Clover manga 290, and as we close edger and edger towards that insane chapter 300, I believe in the next 10 chapters this countdown is gonna get wild. Shit is gonna go down. People are gonna start dying left, right, and center. As you all know, the theme of this arc is the beginning of hope and despair. The hope when Asta arrived, the hope when Asta black divided that meteorite last chapter, the hope of Devil Union saving everybody, only to oh my god, only to be met with utter despair. That is the theme of this arc, and that is where we are headed. Chapter 289 was the beginning of hope. Chapter 290 or 291, edging closer to that 300, is going to be the beginning of despair. So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, as the next 10 chapters are gonna be fucking wild. With that being said, the artist for today's video is the lovable Yuri. Yuri is one of the best artists on Twitter. If you have Twitter, be sure to go follow Uri. Uri's art is honestly just fucking unbelievable. With that also being said, guys, remember the character popularity poll is still ongoing. Be sure to vote for your favorite waifu, as this is most likely the final ever time we are ever going to get to vote. With that also being said, obviously the spoilers will be out in the next 12 hours. The official translations will be out on Sunday, so be sure to be here on Sunday's live stream. We're also doing a giveaway at 15,000 subscribers on live stream, so you know, just be there for 15,000 subscribers. And as always, be sure to smash that like button. But with that being said, let's just jump straight into Black Clover chapter 290 predictions. Jumping straight into it, I feel like I should have done my out of time video this week, because last week I thought that was it, that was gonna be Asta's time limit, but no, chapter 289 happened, and oh my god, 289 was absolutely unbelievable, taking off seconds where last week's chapter 288 ended. Lilith and Nahama then fused to form this utterly beautiful, majestic, evil-looking devil, and shit was getting real. They launched a massive fireball to Asta, almost going to most likely wipe out the kingdom. But Asta had different plans. In his Devil Union form, summoning the Demon Slayer, absolutely smacks this giant bull. And that is where chapter 289 ended. Zora and Manga in the final panel. Now, we did get a flashback in 289 to the panel where Asta first hit the fireball back towards Manga. So the big theory going into 290, I think almost everybody has, is that Asta just hit this giant ball of fire and ice back to Lilith and Nahama. So we're gonna go from there. But before we do, guys, I do just want to say thank you all so much for supporting this channel. Yesterday's like goal was 500 likes, and you guys surpassed your limits. Over 508 likes for yesterday's video. Thank you so much for all your support. Be sure to smash the like button for this video as we're trying to get to 500. Once again, remember, we're doing a massive giveaway at 15,000 subscribers. All right, jumping straight into the prediction. So I think I'm with that team now. I think the fact that we got the flashback with Asta and Magna, I feel like that's where we're gonna go. Asta's gonna run out of time, as in the last panel of the chapter, if you zoom in super close, there are now 3 out of 4 leaves fully full, which means Asta only has 1 minute left. I believe next chapter is going to start with Asta's running out of time and this giant ball of fire and ice hitting straight into Lilith and Nahama. Obviously, if you still remember what happened in chapter 4, getting hit with your own magic, you're able to resist it since it's originally your own magic. It's not going to do that much damage. Although this ball is massive, and although it's going to not do as much damage as it normally would do, I believe it is still going to very much hurt Lilith and Nahama. That is to say if the bull even hits them. If the bull doesn't hit them, there's a high chance this bull is going to go somewhere else. Honestly, for my own prediction, I really want Asta to hit this bull into the moon. I feel like that shit would look super, super cool. But I definitely expect next week's chapter to start with Asta's time limit fully over. As I mentioned, the last panel of this week's chapter, it looks like Asta has 1 minute left. Obviously, the chapter ends with Zora and Manga finally appearing on the scene. I'm not entirely too sure what they're going to accomplish, but Zora and Manga are definitely going to make a move, hopefully in Black Clover chapter 290. I made a Zora and Manga video so long ago, and I cannot believe it's been so long since we haven't seen them, and I'm honestly super, super happy they're finally back in the story. Zora, especially, Zora is super, super strong. Manga, on the other hand, I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited to see what my boy can do. He introduced himself originally as the second in command to the Black Bulls. Bullshit, obviously. I was heartbroken when he wasn't strong enough to learn runes in the Heart Kingdom, but it made sense. So I'm honestly praying on my boy Manga's uprise in Black Clover chapter 290. Putting these guys aside, there is also the Heart Kingdom, who are also should be around here. I know there's a big thing going around right now that we have been seeing this clock, and right now this clock is 2 hours before the Heart Kingdom squad arrive. I'm not entirely too sure what's going on with the clock, but realistically, the Heart Kingdom squad should be around. From the Heart Kingdom squad, we didn't see Patri and Patri, Fana, Vedo, and Raya. I feel like, if anything, Patri and Raya are going to be very, very big assets into fighting Lilith and Nahama, especially since Asta is most likely going to run out of time. Remember, this is the beginning of Hope and Despair. The hope of Asta just completely saving the Spade Kingdom. A lot of people are mad about this. A lot of people want Yuno to have done what Asta just did. But I mean, I'm okay with seeing my boy Asta grow. Obviously, I'm expecting to see Yuno very, very shortly too. I definitely hope Yuno gets a major play in this arc. But before I end my prediction, I do want to predict, if we don't get Asta, the Heart Kingdom squad, hopefully Nozel and Dorothy. A lot of people have been missing the fact that Nozel and Dorothy, big ship in the Black Clover universe, by the way. I really hope Nozel and Dorothy get it on. But Nozel and Dorothy have been very much missing for the last 16 or 17 chapters. They were last seen in chapter 272. It's now been 17, 18 chapters, I want to say. Or I guess they were seen in 273. It's been, yeah, 17 chapters since we last saw them. Nozel and Dorothy, arguably, the strongest two captains in the Clover Kingdom, especially Dorothy. So I definitely want to see Dorothy and Nozel make a move. If this devil somehow fires another shot, Dorothy being able to completely negate it into her dream world is a very, very big possibility. Obviously, last week's chapter also showed Finral in 282 arriving to the Heart Kingdom with Asta just going up ahead. So I'm expecting to see the other members of the Black Bulls very shortly. With that being said though, ladies and gentlemen, for this video, the same as last week, I asked you guys over on Discord, what are your predictions for Black Clover chapter 290? Give me it to be included in the video. And guys, the winner of the closest prediction gets the title of Prediction King for that week. And last week's prediction winner was Malky. Malky absolutely killed it last week, so we're gonna start with Malky. Malky predicts Asta knocks the freezing sun off to the distance. Manga and Zora perform a combo trap spell, multiplying the twin spell, redirecting towards Lilith. Chapter cuts to each of the triad fights. Yuno is holding his own versus Xenon. Chapter ends with a huge explosion. Malky killed it last week, and I'm praying on Malky's uprise. Shoutouts to Athena. Athena coming in with her first ever YouTube debut. Athena predicts there is another cool moment for Asta. We will see Zora and Manga's power up. They seem to have defeated the twins. Asta's union is done, but not so early. However, that is when the rest of the Black Bulls show up. A very pretty awesome theory. Blaze with the prediction that Asta is going to smack the devil's ass. Then the next gate opens. Obviously, Morris is still at large. Asta can't use his devil union for a while, and many people will die. Asta will go into depression. A very, very dark. Remember, we are closing to that chapter 300. So, and I remember, as I said, it's the beginning of Hope and Despair. This is very, very possible. Sosuke Chair D. Aizen Oh my god, I can't even read this name. Zora will made a trap above Nahaliv, and Magna will use his power, and Asta will use his Demon Dweller Sword to chase to the true nature of the anti-magic, and the next gate is open, and it troubles them because how monsters and horrifying it look. Ignoring the spelling mistakes, this is a pretty awesome prediction. Obviously, Morris, once again, very, very still at large and a very, very big problem. Artist predicts the Twin Devils die. Asta's time limit on the union is done. He meets up with the Black Bulls and the rest of the members. Then we get panels of the Dark Triad members fighting with the captains. This is a pretty straightforward prediction. The Twin Devils dying. I'm interested to see if it does come true. Killwist predicts, I believe it's going to swap to the others, most likely a chapter for the fights between the Devils and the Dark Triad, or it might continue from where it left off with Asta fighting against Nahama and Lilith, but my main feel is it might be a chapter for the Heart King squad and the other reaction to Asta and to show their strength versus the Devils and the Dark Triad. Obviously, the Heart Kingdom squad should be around if time isn't really being messed with. We'll have to see what happens next chapter. Shez the Master making his third YouTube debut. I want to see the Heart Kingdom gang again, maybe as a reaction to what Asta just did. I definitely want to see Noelle's reaction to Asta's sword getting bigger. Anyway, get a showcase of Noelle's Ultimate Magic 2, and then she moves towards Vonica and Charlotte. Slantai coming with his YouTube debut. Asta deflects it, and then it cuts to Yuno in the midst of fighting Xenon, seeing the giant ball of fire and ice. It goes down to the final showdown of the castle shaking again, showing the second gate is on the edge of opening. And the final prediction, Nalif says Nahalif is going to get killed by Asta. The second gate devil appears again, Morris being a very major part in these theories. And then we get the Black Bulls in action along with the other people and the Dark Triad. In the final page, we see Lucifero making fun of Lilith and Nahama and bullying Lilith and Nahama in the process. I definitely do want to see what Lucifero's reaction to this is. If Lilith and Nahama are dead, imagine Lucifero's reaction, like just watching this kid with anti-magic just completely splat like a bug. Your two strongest devils on the cliff off tree. I don't think Lucifero is going to be too happy with that, but that is basically all the predictions for Black Clover chapter 290. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to join Discord. Give me your predictions for Black Clover chapter 290 in Discord. If you missed the shoutouts this week, be sure to comment on Discord next week to be featured in Black Clover chapter 291 predictions. If you enjoyed this video, I'll see you in the next video. My name is Jim, as always. Peace.